In 1788, the first fleet of 11 ships from Great Britain arrived at Port Jackson, Sydney Harbour, which it is now called today. Governor Philp put a flag in the ground and made the colony of New South Wales for Great Britain. In 1808, on January 26, was celebrated as the first landing day or foundation day. 30 years after the arrival of the fleet, in 1818, the governor ordered a 30-gun salute. In 1838, Foundation Day was the first public holiday for Australia. It was an occasion with celebrations for the founding of Australia. In 1888, January 26, had become known as Anniversary Day and was celebrated in every part of Australia except Adelaide. In 1888, the centenary of the arrival of the First Fleet was celebrated with ceremonies, banquets and fireworks. Then came 1935, January 26, was known as Australia Day in all states except New South Wales, where this first began, where it is still called Anniversary Day. Then 1938, large celebrations were held. These included reenactment of the First Fleet, and the reenactment included the removal of the Aborigines. So we come from 1938 as Aboriginal people, and as a person myself growing up in the bush, to celebrate the day of mourning, or Australia Day, or other days that has been brought into this special day. So for me as an Aboriginal person, not knowing what all this meant when I was young, until I moved away from home and travelled, and then I met other Aboriginal people. I started explaining about the removals and how Australia Day and what it means to them. In my early life of travelling, and by meeting the old people and saying they moved from country, they moved from here, and Dad and them were moved, and Mum and them were moved. And when you see how Aboriginal people have been tormented all their lives, the older people, then you understand that Australia Day means something to us as a day of mourning, as a day of gathering, families united again, so we can celebrate that we have survived today. And we have come through mourning, we have come through lots of pain. But Australia Day is inviting others to come with us now and to enjoy the day as Aboriginal people. And as we move to the future with all our families and other people, other races that have come to this land and accepted it, all we need to do is work together and be more proud of who we are as Aboriginal people. This is our land, our people and our culture. And we need to express this on our days with our barbecues, our families, our fishing, our days at the beach. But we can teach people who we are as Aboriginal people and acknowledge the mourning and acknowledge the pain and the suffering from the past and bring in and educate people. So then we know that who we are, our land, our people, and we can walk as one. For Australia Day tomorrow, I will be having some barbecue, tucker, and the kids come around, and all the friends, and we'll talk a bit about culture, we'll talk about where we're going, how we are as family, and what is important to us as human beings in this country, and what we're going to do in the future, and the support of our children, and giving them the knowledge, and their friends the knowledge of where we come from, and how we've mixed in with the new race of Australians, and how we'll all benefit and make it better for each and every one that is an Australian person, Australian citizen, and walk with Aboriginal people on this land, and continue to do so. Every year we can celebrate it as a gathering of all nations, not just the First Nations, as we are.